you gotta lay it down to get it up. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Bryce and today is Friday, July 11th. Today I'm out here at my grandma's farm and I'm just going to be getting some of the hay equipment ready to go for this next little window of dry we have. For those of you that don't know, it has not been a very good year for making hay for a lot of people. I've been seeing on social media and a lot of other places where people are just struggling. It's like I said, it's now July 11th and people haven't got first crop done yet. It's just rain every day. Right now, it's Friday. There's a chance of rain this afternoon. You can see it's cloudy. It's actually, the sun's come out since this morning. And then we have Saturday good, Sunday good, Monday good, and then a chance on Tuesday. So I want to try and cut some down possibly today, maybe tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. And the plan is to hire somebody to come in and ted it. They're going to spread those windrows out, make sure it's dry. And then right now what I'm doing is I'm taking the front tires off of the V-rake that's in the back shed because I want to get that out and use it for this stuff that's tedded. The side rake definitely has its place, but if this stuff is going to be all spread out and tedded, I would like to use the V-rake. And then the other thing I want to get done today is I want to completely grease the discbine. That needs to be done. And then I want to check the oil on all the gearboxes and stuff on that as well. So that's what I'm doing now. So I come up to the garage here and grab a floor jack, bring that back there, and take them tires off. So here's the old Vicon 10-wheel rake. I thought I could just use a skid loader and lift up on the tongue, but that didn't work because it just was pushing the center of it up and sucking the sides of it in. So I had to get the floor jack with a couple blocks. I got this tire off. So I just put air in it, and as you can hear that, there's air leaking around the valve stems. I don't know if we just need a new valve stem or what, but I'm gonna go take the other one off and take these to a shop. What the heck? That one's smaller for some reason. Strange. This one we might honestly need a new tire. This one looks a lot rougher than the other one. So the back ones look good. They're just low, but they look fine. So I'm gonna take these to the shop and then we'll come back and start working on the discbine. All right, so I just got the tires dropped off here. I was just wanting to get one tire replaced and hopefully just put a tube in that other one that looked decent. And the guy here, either he was telling me the truth or he's just a really good salesman, but he was worried about the check-in of the tires, and if it's like that on the inside, it'll pinch the tube and we'll just have other problems. But for 55 bucks a tire, I don't think that's terrible. So he's gonna get them ordered now and they should hopefully be here Monday. So kind of cutting it close on that, but we'll just have to see what happens. So now we're gonna go back to the farm and tear the discbine apart. Well, not tear it apart, go over the discbine. What am I talking about? Well, I figured I'd go get some lunch, and looks like we have some canning company activities going on here. There's a combine, there's another combine. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 combines out here. That is a very slow job. I think it'd be kind of fun to be on a harvest crew of stuff like this. 8 combines, I'm sorry. There's another one down here. Looks a little wet out there, but from what I've been told about pea harvest is that if the combines aren't getting stuck, they're picking. I think it's always cool to sit and watch stuff like that. That just fascinates me. Have you ever shucked a pot of peas by hand and how long that takes, they were able to make a machine that does that. It's incredible. Got my lunch and now we're rolling back through here. I can't just imagine the maintenance on those things. A lot of moving parts. Well, I made it back to the farm here now. On my way home, I called my Uncle Kurt, who actually works for that same canning company that we just saw, and he has for many, many years. And I just wanted to call and see if he was one of the guys out there so I could maybe get a inside scoop what's going on out there. But he was on a different crew further south, and he was actually combining peas when I called him. So I was just kind of picking his brain about some stuff, and I asked, how fast are you going? And he said, right now, 1.5 miles an hour. It all depends on how thick the pea vines are. And I asked if he had any auto steer, and he said, nope, no guidance on our machines. You just sit there and drive. And I asked how far along the peas were, and he said, about half done. And then they're hoping to start sweet corn picking August 1st. So finish peas and then jump right into sweet corn. And that company runs 24 hours a day, so 12-hour shifts. So he's on the day shift, and he's a pretty important guy. He's a crew leader, kind of the lead maintenance guy. He has a very important role there. So what I'm doing now is checking the oil in all these hubs right now. So I'll show you how to do this. So back here, there's a plug here with a dipstick on it. Same as right here, but as you can see, it's all covered with dirt and everything. So I got the air wand here to blow that and clean it all up. And what then I'll do is crack it, and then I'll blow it out again, just because we want to make sure no dirt gets down in that hole when I pull that stick out. And just make sure all the levels are good on this. This is something I did early this summer before I cut any hay. It probably honestly only needs to be greased, but since I have the time and for the peace of mind, I'm going to go through and check all the oil in the gearboxes again, just because I can. This isn't my machine. I want to take care of it, and I don't want to wreck it. So we're going to go get a socket here and start checking. So I'm just going to crack this loose like that, pull that off, and then we're going to blow all the stuff out again. All right, and then we'll put our socket back on. You'll be able to see the marking on the dipstick there on the bottom. Make sure there's oil on that. We'll wipe it off and we'll just stick it in there like so, and then pull it out, and we got oil on there. So it's a pretty easy process, so I'm just gonna put the camera down and do the rest from here, and then we'll start greasing the rest of the machine. All right, I got all those plugs pulled out. Now I'm gonna run over the machine with the grease gun here and hit all these zerks. And then I see we have one blade that is completely gone here, so we'll have to replace that. Well, got the discbine all looked over, greased up, all the fluids are good on that. So I'm gonna take the 900 up to Quick Trip, put some fuel in it. The barrel is empty here, and I'm paying for my own fuel anyways. And I got a good friend, Jordan. They farm not too far from here, and they cut and bale a lot of hay. And we're kind of playing a little game now, who's going to go risk it and cut first. So I'm waiting for him to go lay it down, and he's telling me to go first. But we'll just have to see what happens. All right, got the tractor fueled up and brought back here. Got a question for you guys. Does anybody else leave the farm and immediately travel on high traffic roads and go over major highways, or is that just me? All right, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna go cut some hay. There's a 50% chance at 3 o'clock. Looking at the radar, it looks like it's going to miss us. But if I want to get this stuff dry by Monday, no later than Tuesday early afternoon, I'm going to have to go do something. So I'm going to go down to this new field that I picked up and cut that down first, work my way back to the farm, and we'll cut the stuff right there. All right, it is 3 o'clock here now. This is the piece that I picked up, 4.5 acres. We'll see what this turns out to be. It's just barely sprinkling right now. I just looked at the radar and we're just on the edge of a little blip, and it's gonna be out of here by 3:30 is what it says. So hopefully that's what happens, but you gotta lay it down to get it up. So we're gonna start cutting here. I tightened the chutes up before I started to make a real narrow windrow for 2 reasons. The first reason being that this stuff I plan on tedding it, so I want to keep a tight windrow so we can let the ground in between the windrows dry out. And we'll probably leave this sit for a day, and then Sunday come in and ted it, and we'll spread all this out, fluff it up across the whole thing. And then the second reason being, if for some reason it rains again, which I hope it doesn't, I got these in tight windrows. Hopefully it sheds the water a little better with it not being just laid out flat. So that's good. And as you guys can see, there's quite a bit of a brown in here. This hasn't been cut in at least a year, possibly longer. And that's one of the reasons why I want to round bale this. Just I don't know. I don't think it'll make very good squares with all this dead stuff in it. And my plan is with these round bales, I'll feed to my steers this winter. So we're gonna swing the mower in, drive back home to the farm. Let's get out of here. All right, I got everything cut down that I want to get cut down. It's roughly around 9 acres, so hopefully this all pans out. I guess if it doesn't, you guys won't be seeing the video because I failed. But my Uncle Lance came up here. I told him that I took those tires in for the rake. It's actually his rake. And he said there's a spare in the barn here, so I went looking. And by God, there's a brand new tire there. I should have looked. And I think I'm going to stop the video here for the day, and we'll pick the camera up when the tedder's rolling. just got my calf fed down there, and my friend Mason just called me, and he's gonna be the one tedding my hay today. He said he wants to get started around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So that should be perfect. I made sure to narrow my windrows up. We got sunshine and we have a beautiful breeze out. So we're getting that ground dried out. So when he comes in and spreads it out, we're putting that wet hay on the dry ground. So I think we're gonna call this video a wrap. And you can watch the tedding and baling in the next one. So hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next time.